Central Cee is the most exciting artist in the world right now, in my opinion, from a marketing perspective and from a creative perspective. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube right now breaking down how he is actually doing his marketing and how he got so successful. A lot of these videos aren't completely accurate, and I think a lot of these videos are referencing a video that I made 6 months ago breaking down the 6 key factors of why Doja was so successful. So today we're going to break down those 6 factors and also add some new ones in. And yeah, this is the start of a YouTube series that I think will be very, very valuable to you, and I hope you enjoy. So before we go more in depth, here are the 6 key factors to how Doja actually blew up.
How Central Cee took over the US with Doja. Central Cee exploded onto the scene in 2020 with his breakout single Day in the Life. He's executed and delivered at every step of his career thus far, but how did Doja blow up so big? The defining factor is undoubtedly the music and his ability to connect with each track, but there's a lot more than meets the eye to this strategy. This strategy uses 6 different leverage points and doesn't work for all songs, but definitely works for a leading single. Doja's campaign release included a lyrical lemonade placement, an iconic sample, 3 different entertaining lyric sequences, 2 viral TikToks, a humorous radio edit, a surprise second verse teaser, and the announcement of a Drake feature on the way. Usually when an artist releases a single, they focus on one leverage point, e.g. the Lyrical Lemonade placement. Central is the first UK artist on Lyrical Lemonade, and this is a story in itself. But instead of relying on just that, he created 5 other viral stories or leverage points around the song. When you put all your focus on one leverage point, it is a massive risk. Central Cee could have just done the Lyrical Lemonade placement, racked up 5 million views, and said perfect, that's it done. But when you diversify your leverage points for a single, you guarantee a certain level of success and guarantee that the song will be talked about in real life. Doja currently sits at over 25 million views on YouTube, outperforming the last 14 videos on the channel, including artists such as Yeet and Justin Bieber. With these 6 different leverage points, he tapped into multiple subcultures where his music thrives. The section he used for TikTok was perfect to be repurposed, made fun of, and memed. The Lyrical Lemonade placement was perfect for entering the US market with a bang, and being co-signed by the platform creates credibility in a cynical US market. The song being so short that it irritated people, but then him posting the second verse brought more attention back to the song and ignited more excitement. Not to mention him saying he has a verse from Drake has everyone on the edge of their seats in both the US and the UK. Then the sample being used creates huge opportunities for DJs to work it into their sets with the original song and the Doja version, which stamps it into the culture because you're hearing it in all the clubs. Being played in the clubs is extremely important in regards to breaking the US market, as it is almost impossible to have a song with a UK accent that fits the atmosphere of the US club culture. But the sample gives the song a feeling of familiarity fused with the popular drill, drum and 808 pattern. So how can you do this? By researching the different markets of culture where your music thrives, utilizing all aspects of the song and campaign to hit different pockets that overlap, not being satisfied with one viral moment, because one viral moment has the possibility for more viral moments if you're creative enough. Identify where you can stand out and then build other pillars around that core standout point where you can scale the virality of the moment. Preparation. Give yourself enough time beforehand to schedule and plan these moments and then brainstorm how you can double down on them so that when the moment comes, you're in a position to make the most of it.
So these are the core 6 leverage points that you see in this campaign. These are things that most music marketers leave out. They don't think to have as many leverage points as possible. The more leverage points you have, the more guaranteed success you're going to have with a song. Most artists and most music marketers will focus on 1 story, 2 stories max around an album or a single campaign. But in this case, with Central Cee, he is creating as many different leverage points, as many different narratives and things to latch onto as possible, and that's what makes his campaigns more successful than any other artist. Obviously the music is incredible, obviously the visuals are incredible, but it's the ability to tell many different stories around one campaign that keeps his audience so engaged. But this is only part 1 of the Central Cee success. It's what he did after Doja that really started to connect and resonate and lead to massive success overall.
How Central Cee continues to take over the US. In 6 weeks, Central Cee has gone from 6 million monthly listeners to 22 million, and Doja is on over 100 million streams on Spotify, as well as Central currently sitting in the top 200 artists on Spotify. He's received co-signs from Andrew Schultz, Lil Durk, Polo G, Snot, as well as Travis Scott playing a song at his shows. Doja Cat has expressed her opinion on the song, and Central Cee has received tons of backlash about the lyrics in the song, creating more hype and more conversation. A huge amount of US reaction channels have also posted reactions to the song, including No Life Shaq. But what he has done with all this attention is nothing short of genius. In the last 6 weeks, he's posted very little on social media, retaining the mystique and curiosity around who he is and what he's actually like. But in the past week, he's just executed another incredible move. In marketing, campaigns are built around funnels and consist of discovery, education, and then sales. Doja has boosted Central Cee's discovery with over 22 million people listening to him in the last month. But when an artist is exposed to this large of an audience, they can find it difficult to turn these new people into actual fans. and this part of the funnel is called education. In the last week, Central dropped a genius interview where he breaks down the song and addresses the controversial line, and for the first time in a year lets people in on who he is. But a couple days later he released a freestyle on LA Leakers, one of the biggest freestyle platforms in the US, where he raps over a UK drill beat with a 50-cent sample. In the freestyle he explains UK slang to his new US audience and what all of the words he uses mean. He then addresses his success with Doja and highlights that he's still an independent artist. The freestyle also has lyrics on the screen so that the US audience can understand what he's saying, and this has never been done before on the platform. Cench also already has 2 full mixtapes out, so all of these new fans aren't just listening to Doja, they're becoming real fans by listening to his previous work. He is giving his new audience all the tools to understand who he is so that they can relate to him on a deeper level and become fans, not just listening. He also announced a tour and teased that the remix is dropping and includes a major US artist, keeping all his new fans excited and engaged for what he's going to do next, and then turning these new fans into customers via the tour and the previous mixtape.
So one of the biggest mistakes an artist makes after they have a viral moment or a viral song is that they don't know what to do next. So they either get paralyzed and they don't drop anything, or they try and match that song again by trying to have another insanely viral moment. But instead, educating your audience and building a deeper rapport with them is always the best thing to do. And having the tour and having the LA Leakers freestyle where he breaks down English culture and English slang to his new American audience was by far the smartest thing he could have done. And there was many reasons why he did that, because it opens up an understanding of his whole discography and catalogue of music to this American market who have found him via one song. What happened next was the No More Leaks EP, and there was another story created around that, around obviously his songs getting leaked, the controversy around it, who leaked them, and I thought this was a really smart move because it takes the pressure off and it builds more rapport with the audience before he makes his next move. So let's get into that. Central Cee is buying up attention real estate. Central Cee genius marketing moves continue, and this is his most ballsy one yet. Cench is currently the biggest he's ever been and recently posted a snippet of a new song called One Up on his Instagram, but unfortunately someone leaked his next batch of music before he actually announced or released it. Usually when an artist's music gets leaked, it ruins the whole rollout of the songs, but Central Cee found an extremely smart way to turn this into another major W. He just dropped a surprise full EP titled No More Leaks. He also shot a music video for One Up last week and released it out of the blue yesterday on a brand new channel called Live Yours.
They think they got one up on us. DTB, I don't trust bitches out of my dogs, there's some I can trust.
And they also released a brand new A2 Anti video on the channel 2 hours before the One Up release. But why did they do this? By Central Cee posting One Up on a brand new channel, he's directing traffic to the A2 Anti video as well, and helping to blow up Anti in the process. Rappers having a collective channel that they put more creative releases onto, like Kendrick's TDE or Tyler's Odd Future, is also a key part of hip-hop culture, and not something we've seen in a long time. Rappers' collectives are brands and create a much deeper level of connection with fans, and Live Yours is a brand Cench can spin out into more merch, a festival, or other creative opportunities that don't revolve directly around him, and also gets rid of the pressure of every song having to do tens of millions of streams. But here's where it gets really interesting. Central Cee is in the top 150 artists in the world currently on Spotify, and in the past 2 months he's gained 16 million new listeners, and everyone is expecting a Doja remix. But by him putting out a new batch of music without any paid marketing, he will make an insane amount of profit off of dropping these new songs, because he has no expenses and his new audience are begging for new music. This move also buys him time to replan what his next move is, because the songs were leaked. The surprise EP will make him a lot of money and keep the fans excited before he executes on his next major marketing move, whether that's a Doja remix or a song with Drake. Most artists would be too scared to do this in case the songs don't stream well or he doesn't look as big as people think he is, but this is the difference between an artist who is focused on clout and an artist that is extremely business savvy. He's willing to take risks, and this one's going to pay off in the long term.
Aye, it's done. No more leaks. I don't know what creep, I shouldn't even be smiling, I don't know what creepy youths thought it was okay to try and leak my music, yeah? Try to get one up on me, try to get me down, try to take money out of my mouth. It's not happening, I'll tell you that from now. Had your fun, I let you have your fun, that's cool, but it's done. No more leaks. And you know what, it's none of the guys, I'm giving the guys the benefit of the doubt. We don't rock like that. Some hackers trying to get in my shit, but I changed my passwords. 2-step authentication, you're not getting in my shit no more. So you lot, enjoy that. 4 songs out on my Spotify right now. No more leaks, and that's that.